All right, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. We are recording, and welcome to another episode. And Travesty, I'm glad you brought that up because I had a good conversation about that show, 3, 2, 1 Contact.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Generation Xer or even part millennial, you might remember 3, 2, 1 Contact. That was tremendous on PBS.
It was. I don't know if Crystal's familiar. She's not looking like she's
like,
familiar.
like,
put it like
what?
this: you were probably roaming around, crawling around and stuff.
Yeah.
So by the time you even cared about it, it was probably,
What is it about? What's the show about?
I used to
It was an
love
educational show. You had Mr. Rogers, you had Sesame Street, you had 3, 2, 1 Contract.
Don't forget Magic Garden with Magic Garden.
That Reading Rainbow, Electric Company.
Reading Rainbow is a classic.
You know what's amazing? You know what's amazing about Electric Company though? All the big stars that came off Electric Company. There was some
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman,
who looked like he was the age he is now back then. He just had more hair on his head.
And Hector Elizondo and Rita Moran.
There was a lot of people.
They all came off that show. As a matter of fact, Rita Moran is one of the few. I mean, Rita Moreno, I think her name was, but she's one of the few that win them all. She won an Emmy, a Tony, and an Academy Award. And a Grammy. She won a Grammy. She won all.
Yes, and she's Puerto Rican, so yeah.
So you know
Yeah.
Krystal, Rita Moreno, right? It's Rita Moreno, not Rita Moreno. I apologize for that. Rita Moreno.
Yeah.
So that's what, and I believe she got the Tony for West Side Story, if I'm not mistaken, because she was in West Side Story. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she came off of Electric Company, but maybe she was on Electric Company after. I don't know. Probably after. I don't remember. But I do remember Electric Company. But 3, 2, 1 Contact, that was the show.
I used to love 3, 2, 1 Contact
because they had the Bloodhound Gang. I used to love that.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal's like, yeah, what?
I'm just like, sure.
Well, I just want to let everybody know I'm going to give us a quick update on our Gorilla Glue Girl. She is just having nothing but issues. Tessica Brown is now officially getting what's known as a mommy job, I believe they call it, where she's getting her boobs lifted and she's getting a butt lift. And the doctor that cured her of the glue situation has discovered lumps in her breasts. So I just want to let you know, it's just everything that's happening.
One thing after another with that, lady.
Yeah. They found lumps, and she has this huge manager now. What's her face? Gina Rodriguez, I believe her name is. Gina Rodriguez is actually reporting that she did have the masses removed. So it's just one thing after the next. There's always a price to pay regarding fame and fortune. So
yeah.
Who knows what's gonna happen? True. Yeah. Go figure on that. But now that we're over here in the crash pad, we went to a thrift store today. And I don't know how many of you do thrifting. Crystal, you thrift?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be one of those. I haven't been doing that lately.
Were you popping tags, Trev?
What, popping tags?
Yeah. That song. Remember that song, Popping Tags?
No, I was not popping tags. I haven't been to a thrift store in a long time.
Well,
probably since I left New York, actually.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, it's interesting whatever neighborhood you're in. Ariana and I were, Ariana pointed this out, that no matter what neighborhood you're in, it's interesting as to what type of merchandise is donated versus what store, so on and so forth. Salvation Army versus a regular church, and then Housing Works, which is sort of like the high-end thrift store, which it's really interesting. But I noticed something about Manhattan in general. Mm-hmm. Everything in the thrift store that they have, it just doesn't fit me. It just doesn't happen.
I never tried to buy clothes from a thrift store. I would buy like other little things,
Right. Buy like the knickknacks and stuff like that.
Yeah, deodorants and stuff, and whatnot. Just the usual things that a guy needs. Never went shopping for clothes like that. But they're there.
Yeah, you can find really cool pieces. I found a fur coat. I found a fur coat.
A fur coat?
For like $20. I was like, yes,
wow, okay.
Steal. Like, things like that. But then there's certain things I don't like because like I don't know, for the house, like vases and all that stuff.
Yeah,
because that could bring in, like you can find really nice, but also I kind of think they're kind of haunted. So that's why I'm always like,
haunted?
Yeah. You know, like some furniture can come with evil
like,
spirits,
or
and then
dolls,
all of a
right?
sudden,
that's true. That's true.
So some things I'm always like, it depends.
Yeah, that's why I said I wouldn't buy that kind of stuff. Because the one I actually used to go to is actually when I was living in Far Rockaway. There was a store called Thriftway. I don't even know if you know. You know what Thriftway is?
I know Thriftway.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, I was there just for the regular stuff. If I needed some soap that was in there, but the clothes and you know, like you said, stuff like that, I never touched none of that stuff. Walkmans, they had nice Walkmans in there. I remember for cheap, I would buy a Walkman or something. Headphones. That's it.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, every once in a while they got like a really cool, like Krystal will attest to this, that they have some cool clothes, and they had a really cool jacket in there, and I was like, it didn't fit, and I noticed that in Manhattan, I'm not going to be able to fit in any Manhattan sizes. I mean, that's just how it is. I'm going that route because I don't think there's anybody in Manhattan my size. I'm a big guy.
They have to.
No,
it depends.
Unless it's thrift big and tall, it's not gonna happen.
Big and tall.
What about in Brooklyn? I know I used to go to thrift places in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn's a different story. There's plenty in Brooklyn too. But in Manhattan, let's be honest, it's usually some guy who is like medium, which is probably even too large for a person in Manhattan. You know, it's just how it is.
Yeah. But this fur coat that Krystal's talking about, you still have it?
Yeah, I still have it.
I would like to see this coat.
Do I have it? Oh wait, I think I have. Wait, do I have it like near me? I'm looking at my closet. Like, is it there? I don't remember.
I haven't seen a $20 fur coat.
Yeah.
I was interested in what it looked like, but you know, you don't have to.
It's round. I look like a bear. I'm so mad at it. It wasn't in a color, but I was like, listen, for $12. I mean, $20. A deal.
Now, Krystal, there was no entity that came attached to the coat, was there?
No, I don't think so.
But that, you know what,
I would have buried it somewhere.
By now, that coat came walking down the street by itself.
Either that or
floating coat.
I gotta tell you, I was I like to go thrifting just to find some knickknacks, though. I got to be honest. Knickknacks are cool. Definitely like to find that. And, you know, sometimes you find some cool jewelry. And, of course, some antiques that
that's true, too. They did have some nice little cheap jewelry that looked kind of decent. I will say that.
Yeah. But I got to tell you, I can never find anything in Manhattan that'll fit me. Only, you know, it's just not going to happen. I don't know what I could tell you, but thrifting is definitely fun, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So, you know, since we're talking about 3-2-1 contact, I'm going to throw another name out there that came out in the 80s. Krystal, you might remember. Trav, I know you're definitely going to remember because we all remember that show, Beverly Hills Cop, right?
Yes.
Okay, so are we all familiar with Bronson Pinchot?
Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah.
Not by name, maybe by face.
Well, Bronson. He made his debut in Beverly Hills Cop. He was the guy that played Sergey.
Okay, I know who that is then.
Yeah. So it turns out the whole time when he was doing that movie and when he really became huge was when he became the star of that show, Perfect Strangers. That was part of the original TGIF lineup. Yeah. You remember that show, Trav?
I do remember that show, Perfect Strangers. I used to watch it sometimes.
Yeah, no, that was a huge show. That was a massive show. Krystal, you remember that one?
No, I know TGIF. I had all those shows on but no, not Perfect Strangers.
Well, TGIF and Perfect Strangers was part of the original lineup of TGIF, and I believe it was ABC at the time that had that whole thing going. That was before Family Matters and Urkel and all of that.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
God,
you hated Family Matters?
I hated Family Matters. I remember Pete used to love it.
I love that.
You used to love Family Matters because we was in Lou High at that time.
Yeah.
And you was always talking about Family Matters. And I don't know if you remember, but I used to tell you back then, I was like, Pete, I hate that show. I cannot stand Family Matters.
So good.
You didn't stand it. You didn't think Laura was cute?
I hated Urkel so much that I could not watch that show. I did not like Family Matters. The worst sitcom. I hated Family Matters. I stand to this day. I still hate it.
Yeah, but wait, you didn't think Laura was cute though?
She was
Everybody
all
loved
right,
her.
but it wasn't enough to make me watch it. I could not watch that show.
Oh, okay.
I hated everything about it. The whole thing when he switched to Stefan. Mind you, I only know these things because everybody else loved it. So sometimes I'll be in the room when everyone else is looking at it, and I'll just be like, "Why am I even here? Why am I here?" I hated Family Matters.
Just remember, not only was it Stefan, but he switched to Stefan Urkel.
Whatever. That was corny. It was a corny show.
Well, I thought that show cracked me up though.
It cracked everybody up except me. I'm the only person that doesn't like that show in the whole world.
You just weren't a big fan of Jaleel Light?
But you couldn't really watch it again. Like me as an adult wouldn't watch Family Matters again, being like, that's great. Like Fresh Prince, I could still watch it and laugh. You know, like that's the difference. I could tell.
You know, I find it amazing the way.
Oh, okay. Since we're on these old shows now.
Well, you know, it's amazing about Fresh Prince.
But wait, Pete. Since we're on these old shows, you remember Punky Brewster? Yeah. So you know Punky Brewster's coming back.
What?
I just saw this last week, but she's grown now.
She's older.
Well, yeah, she's a grown woman. She's our age. You know, she's like me and Pete's age.
Yeah.
Crystal, she's old, right?
Yes, and the show's called Punky Brewster, but now she has kids and stuff. I think it's supposed to be airing in the next week or so. Yeah.
I hate these remakes. It's so stupid.
Well, you know, they did the same thing with Boy Meets World. You know, they had.
It's not the same. Girl Meets World, that was stupid.
Fuller House. Have you seen Fuller House? That's actually not that bad, though. That's not that bad, you know.
No, I can't get into it.
But you know, I got to tell you, Boy Meets World was a tremendous show, and
that was my favorite. It was so funny.
That was a great show.
I did like that show. I did.
And you know, Ben Savage's brother, his older brother, Fred Savage. I mean, he was in a great show called Working, and they totally canceled that show. Oh, it was a great show. Working. It was just called Working.
I assume this was after Wonder Years.
Oh yeah, after Wonder Years. And all that. Yeah, and
Wonder Years was my show. I used to love Wonder Years.
You know, he hasn't done anything really after that, Fred Savage. He hasn't done much, you know.
Not much. Yeah. But you know what? I heard he does a lot behind the scenes now, though. I heard he's still in the industry. He's just not out there in the front. So he's still around. He's just not seen. Yeah.
Well, apparently Bud Bundy too. David Faustino, he's a behind the scene guy. He doesn't do anything. He's behind the scenes.
Yeah, Bud.
Yeah, he was hilarious. He actually said, and it was funny what he said. He said, "I tried to get behind Kelly a few times too," and I thought that was the way he said that. But then he's like, "No, I don't mean it like that." But you know, the way the delivery was great. I was like, "Oh, actually."
All right, you remember David Faustino had a rap video?
Yes, he was Grandmaster B, wasn't he?
No, I mean a real one though. He was Grandmaster B on Married with Children, but outside, I mean, he really was a rap fan. He tried to have his own, like for real, outside of TV.
How'd that work out?
Have you ever heard the song?
Yeah.
I guess it didn't work out, huh?
Okay. Look. I bet you it's on YouTube. Put David Faustino rap video on YouTube. I guarantee you it'll come up.
Cheetah-Re is coming in, everybody.
He had a little hat on. Oh, here she is.
There she is.
Cheetah's here.
I didn't know that.
Hey.
Hey, Cheetah.
Hey.
What's going on?
Cheetah-Re, what's shaking? You're another static location. That's good.
Yes, I'm in the same static location. Hey.
What's
up, Trav? What's up, Chris?
Hey.
More like 4.
4 weeks in a row? All right.
This is good.
Cheetah has landed.
1 week. Yes.
Cheetah landed? All right.
She just landed, yes. Not that one, babe.
Well, you know, really quickly.
Got the Cheetah's attention.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, getting back to Bronson Pinchot, though, I mean, the thing that's interesting about him is that he always played that role. Remember Balky Bartakamus? That was his role in Perfect Strangers. And it turns out the whole time the guy was suffering from massive depression. I mean, huge depression. He was so popular. It was so massively popular that he was talking about how he used to have to, when he would leave the studio, he actually had to bombard fans, screaming teenagers, all of that stuff. And then when he got home, apparently his girlfriend was so awful to him. She never even paid attention to him when he came home. She wouldn't even take her eye off the television.
That's why he was depressed.
Yeah, totally. That's why he was depressed. And that's what he said. He attributes a lot of it to that and his home life. So who knows what's going on with these celebrities? I mean,
Poor thing.
Yeah. Go figure. But I always thought it was funny because that was Cousin Larry and Balky, remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crystal's like, whatever with Balky, no idea.
None.
Peter,
I'm
what are you
surprised you
drinking?
know who Punky Brewster is. You know who Punky Brewster, and that's
Punky
before all
Brewster,
these
yeah.
shows.
Yeah,
Krystal.
because my aunt is 4 years older than me, and she used to like Punky Brewster. So that's how
Okay.
I remember. That's it.
Cheetah, you remember Punky Brewster?
It was a show, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. It's back, but she's grown now.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't think I watched it much.
I wonder.
Yeah, you was older than us, so maybe.
Oh, Travis, you had to go there again.
Maybe it wasn't
I
your
knew he
thing.
was gonna go there.
I mean, she was. I mean, we were like 8. You was probably like a teenager or something, like, I ain't watching that, you know what I'm saying? You was out there probably partying already.
Don't act like I'm so much older.
Cheetah
than
was
you.
already on the run at that
Don't
time.
act
you
like
know.
I'm that much older than you. We've
You're
all
not,
caught
you're
up,
not.
so we're the same age now.
Yeah,
Thank
nah,
you.
but I'm just saying, you probably wouldn't have watched it because you was like, you know,
No,
you would have been like the older
Who played
sister.
Punky? Who played Punky?
What was her
Soleil
name?
Moonfrog.
It was a little girl, right?
Yeah.
Who played that?
I can't remember the girl's name.
You remember? Peter?
Soleil.
I just remember she was an adopted girl, and that's what it was. She was adopted, and she was living in the wherever it was. And she, you know, I used to like the show. I used to like it.
It was, her name was Soleil Moonfrog.
Oh no, I don't remember that. What are you drinking, Peter?
I got my red. I got some Merlot today.
Oh, okay. You hadn't started drinking before, because you know last time you said you was wearing your shades because you was already tore up.
I was I was hung. I was nursing a hangover.
Oh,
with
that's
those
what's
shades.
different about him this week. That's right. No shit. I like something different about Peter this week. That's what it is.
No shades. No shades.
What you drinking, Krystal?
Oh, coffee.
Water. Okay.
Coffee.
What you, Travis? What juice you drinking?
I have no more juice. All I have upstairs is got some water, but I forgot to bring it down here. So yeah, I'm sorry, Cheetah.
Look,
Failed
I
you again.
I did have a glass that said cheers, but I filled it up and I can't see it now.
What is that? It looks good, whatever.
Yeah.
This is the adult stuff. I'm being a big
Uh-oh.
girl today.
We're not going to have
Was it a
another
mojito?
episode, are we?
No, because I'm just starting. I had started before, so I'm just starting.
All right.
Cheers.
Okay. Okay.
Cheers.
Where's the
Salud.
cheers? Oh, we starting.
So apparently there was an interesting law, an amendment to a law that just passed in Richmond, Virginia, Cheetah-Re. I want to check and see if you're familiar with the, they've officially banned the gay panic defense in Richmond, Virginia.
What was even that? I hadn't even heard of that. A
Well,
gay
apparently
defense?
before recently, you were able to use a defense that if you either assaulted or murdered a LGBTQ member, you were able to get off with what's known as a gay panic defense because you were raging about the fact that the person was gay.
Wow.
What's really frightening is that it barely passed in both the Senate and the House of Richmond, Virginia.
That's crazy.
It is in this day and age. This day and age, it's
Crazy.
frightening.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin with that. You know, I mean, that's wild. I mean, I can't even get over that.
That's well, I'm glad it did pass. I don't care
At
if
least
passed
it
by
passed.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least it passed because you know I have those. Vicky is a part of that community, and I would
Right.
hate for somebody to do something to her and then get off because they panicked or something.
Yeah.
Like really?
Yeah.
That you can't do. Can't be going
Right.
around.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing though. I feel really badly for anybody who tries to attack Vicky because they're gonna get buried. But let's
I mean,
be real.
if she just not panic, but she's so timid. She's the strongest, but the most timid. It's like, Vicky, you lift 200 pounds. You can't like knock somebody out. No.
Oh yeah, she can. Don't be fooled. She's
I
just
told
doing
her
it
she
because you're her
could.
mother.
I told her she could.
Absolutely.
It's
Forget
really
about
good.
that. So
So
That's about
good.
the 5th sip
So-
already.
I know, right?
is that a mojito, Cheetah?
No, this is a Long Island iced tea, but it's called a strong.
Whoa, that's what you drunk the last time.
I know. I told you I was drinking the big girl drink. It's called a Strong Island iced tea.
Strong Island. I like that. But be careful, okay?
I'm gonna be real careful.
All right.
Krystal, stop laughing at me.
Well, hopefully the show will be over before she finishes half of it. You know, we'll be okay.
I know she took like 5 sips already, and we only been on. She's only been on for like 5 minutes.
So. They were really, really tiny sips, Trav.
Yeah, but they're building up to something big, though.
Thanks for looking out, Trav.
You know, I'm just want you to be good. You know.
I know. Thank you.
I don't know. She's acting already kind of like she was. See, I don't know. Look at her.
Okay. Travis, I can't even give you the cheers because you have nothing to drink.
I know.
So call me.
So Travesty, here's one. Here, cheers to you, Cheetah. Cheers. Here's one that hits home to Atlanta, Georgia, right on Ponce de Leon. The Krispy Kreme that Shaq owns.
Oh, he owns that Krispy Kreme?
The one that was burnt down. Yeah, Shaq owns that.
Burned down.
Yeah, apparently it was awesome.
Burn down?
Like at the beginning of this month, the Krispy Kreme on Ponce de Leon is gone.
I just passed there like 2 days ago. You sure?
Yeah, that's what.
Where is this? In Atlanta or New York?
Yeah, maybe I didn't look at it. It was at nighttime, and I drove right past it and came around the corner of it, but I didn't like pay attention. Maybe I just didn't notice.
Do you go to Krispy Kreme a lot?
A lot,
Too
not
sweet.
a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, I like Krispy Kreme, but I'm more of a Dunkin' Donut person. You know, I like the more variety and stuff like that. But Krispy Kreme, they got some delicious donuts, but like she said, they're too sweet to me.
They are. They're really sweet. They do taste better when you get them straight out the oven and they're hot.
You eat a couple,
mouth.
start getting that
I can eat them like that.
Going on. You know, it's like, damn, you know.
I can eat them like that when they're fresh out the oven and they're mid.
So good.
Oh my God, they're so good. But if they're not hot, you can really taste the sugar.
Yeah. True. But I will eat them. You know, I just don't go.
Yeah.
I will eat because I love
Pete, I see you got a new background there.
Oh no, I'm
We've
at the
had that
crash
for a
pad.
few weeks now.
Yeah, this is the crash pad. Yeah.
Oh, the crash pad. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go out tonight after this. We're gonna go out and trip the light fantastic to a 1 hour minimum before the restaurant throws us out.
Oh, well, that's nice. At the crash pad, getting ready to go out.
All right, Cheetah.
Yeah, we just decided which restaurant to go to. That's going to be open still.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You know, hey, listen, gotta do it.
I know you sure do have to do it.
Well,
yeah.
Cheetah, how many of those have you actually had for real? Are you sure?
None.
Look.
Yeah, we just walked in the door.
Cheetah, you're glowing right now.
But she already changed, right? Like from the time she sat down to right now, she already is acting kind of like she was the last time. That's what I was saying. Look.
No, I was slurring the last time. I'm not.
You're slurring now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I am not.
Yeah. Well, now you're not, because you're probably concentrating on it. But
no, not yet. No.
Thank you.
No, now
I'm not listening to you, Travis. Krystal's my lookout.
Look, now she's not, but you was like 3 minutes ago. You was. But you're probably trying to get it together because you're conscious of it now. Okay.
Okay. I haven't even drank.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just saying.
I know, because first I was like, no, I don't want to. It's like, yeah, just go ahead, drink it. I was like, okay, cheers.
Well,
cheers.
You know, you know what? I'm sorry. Cheers. Cheers. Cheetah-Re's cheers. Well, you know, Krystal was talking about something that's really interesting about how if you pick up something at a thrift store, it could actually have an entity attached to it. So
yeah, that is true.
So it's really interesting that we bring that up though, because a good friend of mine has that issue where the entity followed him from New York down to Florida, and it was something that he picked up at a thrift store, and it was a doll. And dolls to me are spooky anyway, though. Dolls are, you know.
Yeah.
Annabelle.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. And
where did he buy it for a child or something? Like he just thought it was cute and bought it?
I think his wife actually bought it. I think that's what it was. Or yeah, I think his wife bought it. And the thing that was interesting though is that he was telling me about how he would be sleeping and he would get a tap on the shoulder. There was an entity in the house, and apparently in the house, the entity attached itself to a doll, and they brought the doll with them down to Florida.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he still has to deal with that. He still has to deal with the fact that he's sleeping, and he'll get a tap on his shoulder in the middle of the night. And it's not
Tell
as
him to bury that doll. You just need to bury the doll.
Burn the damn doll. That's what you need to do.
And that's
I don't know if you can burn it.
If you burn something that has a spirit attached to it, it winds up leaving and attached to something else.
Yeah,
so they say if something is haunted, you bury it. So it's attached to the doll, but you bury it deep in the ground, and it won't bother anybody.
Krystal, have you ever had that issue? Has anything that you ever purchased attached?
No, but I'm very open to spirits. So
yeah,
I'm sensitive. That's what I'm sensitive to those things. So yeah. So I know things. Yeah.
No, this don't feel right here. You can feel it in. But how did he know that it was something? How did he know that it was the doll?
Well, that's what he's speculating on. And what's really interesting, though, is that another friend of mine went to his house with the equipment to detect all that, and it was all off the charts. Good friend of mine is like a ghost chaser or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, he gets his thing with the little beep.
That's cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, why don't you have him on the show?
Yes. Oh my God.
You know,
I'm such a nerd on that.
You've been trying.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, who do you want on the show? You want to bring the ghost chaser on, or the other guy that's having the issue with the entity?
Both. It makes
both.
sense.
See if they can come together.
Oh my gosh. We have to do this.
Well, let me just say this though. When my friend went over there with all the equipment, the people with my friend with the issue with this entity, his wife got very upset about it. So I don't know, maybe we could have him on separate episodes, because his wife really flipped out because they were doing the whole thing when they were seeing all the energy that was in there. So in they lived right out in NYIT, that area over by CW Post and all that. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on over there. So
that's
she
right.
probably didn't want to get rid of the doll because she doesn't believe in it.
Or
the
she
doesn't believe in it.
It's to her.
Yes, that too. And if that's the case, that spirit is not trying to go nowhere.
So
on those lonely nights,
you need somebody to
talk to.
Her
to
not let him do that. That stuff is really deep. It's very, very deep.
Yeah.
I try not to fool with it because you got to be really, really careful who you let in your personal space and how to get them out. Because I mean, even people carry toxicity too.
Yes, that is very, very, very.
People carry toxicity, very toxic, and sometimes you think just because they're family or they've been your friends for years and years and years that we have this. No, toxic is toxic, and you got to recognize that stuff because it wears you out and down.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. I could definitely bring him on the ghost chaser because he does that a lot. And I mean, I've gone to his place and he's played like playbacks from when they've gone to. There are a few places out in Oyster Bay, Travesty. I know you know Oyster Bay, and Krystal, I know you know Oyster Bay, in Island. And he went to a couple of places, and you heard some really off-the-wall stuff that he recorded. And he has like thousands of gigs on his hard drive with all of that. It's wild. It's totally wild. So I basically said to Michael, bring it to a spot where it's not going to attach itself to me. And he started laughing. He's like, it's recordings. Don't worry. I didn't know,
Sure, I don't know. Could be jumping out the recording for all I know.
It does have to have a host though, because like if you looked at any of those vampire movies, any of those spirit movies, it always attaches to a host, whether it's a doll, whether it's a person, it's always something that it's attached to.
Yep.
Well,
I don't even really like Halloween is one of the, I don't like to do those ghosts and satanic parts of Halloween and the haunted house and even scary movies that are like demon possessed and stuff like that. I don't watch that stuff because I have to guard my spirit. It's too deep for me because it's real. It really is real, and I just don't even want to fight that in my presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it does affect your energy if you watch it on a regular. Because
it does.
I definitely am. I love horror films. I love the haunted houses.
I'm guilty.
The ghost shows.
Films, I could watch the films.
But it does, after a while, it could like lower your energy.
But horror films are still a little different than those films that are spiritual, where this person is demon possessed and stuff like
Oh
that.
no,
Like,
yeah, I
horror
watch that
films
stuff too.
they scary sometimes. Like, oh, we don't know what's
they
going to
are,
happen.
but
You know,
I do watch.
that's a little. It's a thin line though, but it's still a little different from those other movies where
slashing movies like Jason and all that kind of
Oh
stuff.
no, but I watch
that's like a horror movie to me because they're not like possessed by anything. The guy was just crazy killing people.
But like
you know
The Exorcist, which is more, it's
like
more Hollywood.
To this
but
day, The Exorcist, man, is just
it's classic. It's a classic.
It
I
is
watch
a
all the time.
classic. And that other one, Carrie, that was classic too.
That's
Carrie?
classic.
Yeah, I like Carrie though.
Yeah,
What happened to you? I thought Carrie was funny.
It was classic. She said, "Fuck
Carrie
all
was
y'all,
funny to me. That was
y'all
nothing
messing
scary
with me.
about
Carrie
I'ma
all the
burn
way.
y'all all together at this dance."
Listen, I'm Team Carrie. Yep.
And the eyes start shutting, everything shut down, and
Carrie
it was
was funny.
boom.
Carrie was funny.
Then
I'll
she
tell you
walked
what.
out like a G.
Yeah.
Everybody was burnt up.
I'll tell you what, though. If you want to see the granddaddy of them all when it comes to movies like The Exorcist and all that, there's two of them actually. There was Rosemary's Baby, which started it all off, and I just recently saw that, and that was with an all-star cast.
If I've seen that.
Rosemary's Baby
It's a
had
classic. Yeah.
it is
Mia
a classic.
Farrow in
I
it.
just don't remember it.
Yeah, because
I remember it, but I can't remember if I've seen it or not.
it was a slow movie, right? And then at the end, when you know that, spoiler, that the baby is the devil, that's what creeped you out. You were like, oh shit. But like it's a slow moving movie.
But you know what?
It's classic.
I'll tell you what really makes it wild, though. What really makes it wild is that where they filmed it, so apparently stuff really happens like that in that building, because it's one of the most exclusive buildings in all of New York City. It's the Dakota, right in Central Park West. And,
oh yeah, everybody knows about that spot.
Yeah, so that's where John Lennon was murdered. I mean,
right.
A lot of wild things happened there, and Madonna tried to get into that building and they wouldn't let her in. If you go by it, if you stand in front of it for more than a few minutes, somebody immediately comes out and makes you move, and it's wild. It's wild. That's the Dakota. And the other movie is a movie called The Omen, and
oh yeah, everybody
that's a classic with Damien.
Yeah, that is the other granddaddy, in my opinion, when it comes to possession.
Yeah, Omen was pretty.
The Omen was good.
I hate that they put it in a like Rosemary's Baby with the little baby, and then Damien was a little kid, right? He was a young kid.
He was pure evil, that kid.
Yeah, it just bothered me. Just use kids, and that turned me off. That's not my.
But here's the funny thing.
Give me a love flick or something funny, ha ha ha, and I'm good.
You know what's funny though? The kid that played Damien, he's still in trouble today. The guy's always getting arrested. He's out of his mind.
No, I hadn't heard anything about him since.
Who is that guy?
I don't remember his name, but he just recently did jail time. So.
Oh my gosh!
It was like the other one though, Poltergeist, right? I mean, you had people.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, Poltergeist. People died from that movie. The guy playing the Native American killed himself, and the little girl died.
The little girl died.
Yeah,
asthma.
The little girl played Poltergeist, guy.
Yeah,
Carol-Ann.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Carol-Ann. Carol-Ann.
Oh,
Carol-Ann,
I don't know.
To the light.
Yeah, like later on, though, right? Look, he remembered that movie.
I told you, I watched all of them. Look, I'm a big fan of those movies.
Oh,
but those are like the made up ones.
Here's a little visitor.
Baby Yoda.
The Baby Yoda.
Classic.
I was just watching that today, actually.
I love.
You were watching The Mandalorian?
Yeah, of course. I'm on the second season.
Put this little precious one down.
Yeah, I was on the third episode, second season.
Oh, so good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They fired one of the actresses, the MMA fighter. I have no idea why.
I don't know either, but she's already working again now, so no harm, no foul.
But she was so good on the show, though. It wasn't like, I don't know.
Ariana was a big fan of her.
It could have been a conflict of interest on her part. She didn't want to do something.
No, she said that they were being petty.
Right.
She said something. She wasn't getting along with them, and then they were just like, you out. And she was like, okay.
Because anytime they fire you, it's because you don't want to do something they want you to do.
Yeah.
They think it should go this way, or you've had some controversy
in
media. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
definitely a situation there. Creative differences. That's always a big problem, you know.
Mhm.
It's like when a lot of people, a lot of actors want to get into directing all of a sudden, and that's always an issue. You know, so who knows? Maybe that's what she wanted to do. Maybe she wanted to call more of the shots. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's always an issue though with that. But speaking of supernatural, I have an update from my cousin.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
Okay, so he wasn't too far from you, Krystal. He was up in the valley, and
Okay.
they decided to go UFO watching.
Yeah, it's close to me.
Watching?
Yeah. Yes.
Or
You could-
looking
yeah.
for something?
You can see plenty of it.
You can see a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on up there, and I hope this doesn't drive people to go up there, but you definitely see a lot of things flying across the sky, according to my cousin. So
It's
Alright.
true. If you look up, I think it's Pine Island or Pine Bush. You'll see UFO right next to it,
Oh yeah,
because that's
like the
how
next. Yeah.
many times people have seen it, and I could see it sometimes.
Okay.
That's like it's like the new Roswell apparently.
I mean, it's always been. I think people are now getting into it.
Mm.
Yeah, because when I was like, I think I was like 22 or 21, me and my friends, we found in a newspaper that they had like a UFO group. So we went to go over there, and it was a bunch of old people, a bunch of farmers. And then it was just like me and two of my friends, and we were like, all right, this is awkward. And then we just left. It was hilarious. It was weird. They had the little UFO stations, and like it looked like a science project kind of thing. But it was sweet, but I'm just saying it was awkward. But they have a whole group here, apparently.
Well, apparently they ran into that group, and
Did they?
oh yeah, so yeah, my cousin's done. He said, "I'm not going up there anymore. I'm not." he's like, this. It was.
They're
I saw
weird.
things flying across the sky, but there was some things going on. I was like, okay. And then I asked him, I go, so what else happened? He goes, well, we went out, we got some takeout after that, and we were driving back. And then after I dropped her off, and when I got home, I was sick the whole time. There was something wrong with me. I go, see, now you need to go to the hospital. I said, you need to go get your blood tested for poison, because who knows what happened. You know?
Oh my God.
I go, listen, if you wind up marrying her, you're gonna be dead. That's what.
You might be slowly dying right now.
That's what I'm saying. This might be a new way to do it. You know, take the guy out right when he gets married. You know.
Yep.
Yo.
I'm telling you, I can't figure that out for the life of me. I can't. But that's what's going on. I just want to let you know he did go and do that, and he wasn't feeling well afterward, and he wasn't feeling well for a couple of days. So who knows? Krystal, it can't be antifreeze, because antifreeze does have a taste in it now. So who knows what it is?
Yeah, I know. She could have had some other magical potion. There's some plants out there that people use to poison people.
Oh yeah, definitely, like oleander.
You know, you just crush it up and do what you got to do. But that's crazy.
People killing people.
This might have been a test. She might have been testing out some new poison on him. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Well, you know, he's a special one. He's definitely special. I'm gonna leave it at that.
But has she been talking about marriage? That's what I want to know. With him, does he say that she talks about marriage, or no, not at all?
No, but no, she's not talking about marriage, but she talks about how she wants to take the next step, and they've only been dating a couple of weeks, really.
So what's the next step?
I guess
moving in.
I don't want to sound juvenile, but you know, I guess steady. I don't know. I don't even know if that.
Oh, like more. Oh, like monogamous, like not just dating.
Yeah,
it's like together.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if my cousin's gonna be up for that, though. I gotta be honest. He's out there.
Yeah. Okay.
He'll probably take a swing at me when he sees me, but yeah, he's out there.
Put my business on the streets.
There's a lot going on there, but he really does like it, though. He does like it. You know, he does.
Okay.
So we'll see
Good luck.
Yeah, but every time he's done with a date, he's sick. So go.
Maybe it's all in his head.
Yeah.
That could be.
It could be. Because he's, you know, because of the story before that, he might be just freaking out. Maybe. Or maybe.
That's true.
Hey, listen, we've all been there. We've all dated.
We've all been where?
we've all dated a psycho at some point, yes or no?
Yeah, I'm pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
anybody want to
Yeah,
share
yeah.
a psycho story?
Nah.
No.
No.
Wow. I think I struck a chord with everybody. Wow. Oh no and no. Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
That's we're gonna leave it like that.
Oh.
Nope.
Don't want to talk nobody up.
Oh.
Well,
All right.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think I have any psychos. I think I dated it before that, nothing crazy. Ain't got time.
Well, I've definitely dated a few. Travesty remembers when I dated back at Luhai. She was a psycho. She was a psychotic. She was out of her mind.
Her?
Well, actually, you know what? There were two.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. What's the story?
Oh, well, one was a total psycho. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. She was more of like into control and all that, and she was controlling me. She was having me. I was 15 at that time, and she was having me like rebel against my parents. The whole thing. Yeah, she was a psycho.
Whoa!
Then again,
Who was doing that? I know this person.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm trying to remember. I can give you the initials. You might remember her, you might not. But yeah, she was out of her mind. She was definitely out of her mind.
What's the initials?
KB.
KD.
No, KB is in boy.
Oh.
Yeah, she was nuts. But anyway, she had me. You know what? I'll put it out there. I don't care. If she comes back on me, back when I was in I guess that was when I was a freshman or whatever. We pulled off this caper against my parents, and it was so bad until the very. It was going along beautifully until my brother got in, and he wound up throwing me under the bus. But we pulled off a caper against my parents. And this woman, at this time, this girlfriend of mine was out of her mind. She had me pull this caper about a phony Sweet 16, getting money, the whole nine. Oh yeah, it was a total scam. We scammed my parents.
You did it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was wild. We took the money, we went to the mall, and we blew the money at the mall.
Oh my God.
We went to Caesar's Bay, Krystal.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I never had that.
No.
Someone trying to make me do stuff like that. Because I wouldn't do it. I'm too stubborn. But other things.
No, I'll be scared of my parents.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I wouldn't. Do what?
I'll never. My brother walked into Caesar's Bay. He saw me there, and I was rocking some bling. It was the whole thing, and he was like, "Where'd you get all that?" And we were like busted. There was no way to get around it because I was supposed to be at a Sweet 16 at that point, but I wasn't at the Sweet 16. I was at Caesar's Bay.
So you messed your own self up, Peter.
Yeah, no.
You messed your own self up.
Listen, let me tell you something for real. Guys are stupid. Trav won't say he is. Trav won't admit to that, but guys will do stupid things.
No, they will. I mean, I've done some dumb things. I've done some stupid things in my young age, but nothing like that. I think I was too smart for stuff like that. I don't think I would have done anything.
You never pulled. Hey, you never
be bothered with that dumb shit, huh?
Trav, you never pulled a scam on your parents?
Nah, not from anything a chick tried to make me do. Nah. I mean, I pulled scams on them now, but that was just my doing of whatever, sneaky things. But a woman didn't make me do it, not a girl. Nah.
Krystal, you ever pull a scam on your parents?
No, I'll be scared if I get my ass beat. Like, no, thank you.
I mean,
nope. My parents.
I did do some stuff.
No.
But
I learned real early not to just even lie, because every time I did something remotely just not good, it always bit me in the ass. So I was like, I'm not doing anything. I be trying to lie and it come right back and slap me in the face
all the time.
Yeah.
So like,
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
My
mother, and my father, they knew if I was doing something wrong though. Like, one time I was trying to be slick about something. Doesn't matter what it is now, but they knew. And I remember they called me into the room after the period of time happened, and they called me into their room, and I was like, yes. And my mother said, lying is never good, Travis. And I was like, what do you mean by that? She just looked at me, and then I just slowly walked out. I was like, damn, I thought I got away with what I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess I didn't get away with it. But
She
they
wanted to let you know
that they knew
that she knew
what I did.
He was doing.
Yes, yes. And guess who was involved, Peter? Chris McDonald was involved.
Oh,
Me and him was doing that, you know, because him and my mother was close friends and my father. And anyway, we did something we wasn't supposed to do when
Travis
he
don't
was
even tell us.
under custody of my mom.
Mhm.
When his mother was away, and we
He
did
don't
something.
even want to tell. He don't want to tell
Yeah,
what he did.
yeah.
But you did
Anyway.
something wrong because Travis,
We were caught, but
you know it's not a good thing when you lie.
I was like, what are you talking about? And I slowly walked out that room.
Oh.
Like,
You didn't even want to incriminate yourself, Travis. 'Cause
I walked right out.
if they would have asked you, you would have had to lie. And she already told you.
Yeah.
Not a good thing if you lie. So you needed to just walk out that
That's
room.
why I knew I was caught, because they didn't ask, and they didn't say this, and they didn't say that. They just said that right there. And I was like, you know.
Okay.
You know, it's funny about parents though, because you know, whenever I got caught with something, my father always used to point. He would point his finger like this and say, "We always find out. We always find out." And I used to sit there and say, "Thank God you only found out about this, because there's a hell of a lot more," you know. But that was the whole thing. We always find out. But here's a funny one. You know, you're gonna love this. When I first got back to New York, and when I first started dating Ariana, I went into Jersey to go pick her up, and I went over to the George Washington Parade and all that. I went over to GWB to go pick her up in Jersey, right? And I borrowed my father's car to go do this, right? And this is classic. So you know, I paid for the toll on the way. No, I didn't pay for the toll. That's what it was. That's how he nailed me. I picked her up. We came back. There was no toll booth clerks. Everything was by the camera. So at this point, I'm in my I think I'm in my late 30s at this point. I pick her up, I bring her home, drop her off, no problems, right? A couple of weeks later, my father's like, bangs on my door. He's like, hey, you went to Jersey a couple of weeks ago? Just said it like that to me, straight up, you know. I was like, no, I haven't been in Jersey. You sure about that? He's looking at this point, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm like, why am I so scared of my father?
And you should know when they come and ask you a question, they have the answer already.
He's banging on my apartment door. He is banging because he's right next door at that point. Because we moved back into the same door. He's banging on the door, and he goes, "I'm going to ask you one more time. You know, have you been to Jersey?" I go, "I haven't been to Jersey." He goes, "Oh yeah, well the GWB says you've been to Jersey."
Oh my God.
And I was like, "So what do you say, Pop?
You
want me to
should have did
pay
my
for the
move.
toll?"
You should have told. You just walked out and been like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, let me tell you. It wasn't going to happen because at that time, when I first got back to New York, I took a place right next door, and it wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen. He was banging on that door, and I was like, boy, I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe I shouldn't live next door to my parents. This might not be a good idea.
And to be lying about some stupid shit. Yeah, you went to Jersey.
Well,
Fuck.
here's the thing. It wasn't about the toll. He was pissed that I took his car all the way to Jersey because we didn't know if that car was going to make it back.
Oh my God.
Peter, man.
Oh yeah,
Not good, Peter. Not
yeah,
good.
that was
Listen,
Right.
Wait,
You
no,
talking
no
about,
harm,
no,
no
I
foul.
ain't been to Jersey. No, and then where you been to Jersey? You don't know that when your parents ask you a question, they already know the answer. They just want to see if you're gonna lie. And you say no.
I didn't get a question. I got a statement. Well, it was a kind of a question. Yeah, you know, you're not supposed to lie, right? So that was a question.
Because I know I do it
It was
all day long.
hypothetical. But yeah.
All day long, I ask her, so you ain't do this. I said, I already know you did it.
You know, here's the funny thing. Let me just tell you what happened with the whole Sweet 16 thing. So my brother said, "Don't worry, I'm not going to tell Mom and Dad." I knew already I was done. I knew I was done. So when I got home, Everything was done. Everything was over. The Sweet 16 was a lot of fun. So I thought, and then my father, I'll never forget this. He pulls out this police tape, you know, do not cross police crime scene.
Oh.
And he's like, you know where I got this from? I go, no, I have no idea. He goes, you sure about that? I go, yeah, no, I don't know. He goes, I got this from the place you apparently had the Sweet 16 at, where you were going to. And I said, I go, what are you talking about? He goes,
he was bad at everything you did. You couldn't get anything done right without getting caught, Peter. I don't know.
And then he'd be lying.
If I ever pull a caper, I ain't doing it with Peter. He's gonna get us caught.
Let me just say one thing. Cheetah, no matter what, when you're Italian, you never admit the truth. It's just how you never say it. You never admit. You could be caught on video. You could be on camera killing somebody. That's not me.
And then he'd be so serious. Nah, I didn't go to Jersey. No, I didn't go to Jersey.
Kelly ain't Italian.
I'll never forget it. It was and then I tried to.
Cheers.
I forgot the name of the cheers. I forgot the name of the place. I can't remember the name of the place, but then I tried to say it wasn't that place. It was at a different place, and my father wasn't buying it after that. He goes, "Well, I already called Dyker Heights, and you weren't there. So, you sure about this?" And so anyway, so I had to catch hell for that. This is what This is what kids do. This is what young guys do, young boys, whatever they do. Do you scam your parents? It's no fact. And I'll tell you what, though, at that age, we partied. You know, the Sweet 16 money, we partied. It was great. What can I say? You know, if you have boys, make sure you watch them because they're gonna lie. I mean, it's just how it is. I know I will.
Of course.
And Travesty, either way, you're talking about pulling off a cape, you still got caught, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I did, but they never told me I did. You know what I'm saying? They never technically said anything. So really, I didn't get caught, but they just knew what I did. So I was caught, but they didn't address what happened or address the situation. So, you know, it's up in the air.
It was that mental communication that you already know what you did.
That's what it was. Because they knew what it was.
We're not going to even have you lie in our face by asking it. But just so you know.
Just know, lying is bad. That was it. They never brought it up. Never said anything after that. And I was just like,
what'd you say, Pete?
Cheetah, you never pulled a scam ever on your parents?
I couldn't never. It always came back on me. I just wasn't that slick, so I just said forget it. I can't do it. I wasn't that slick, you know.
Wasn't a cheater yet.
Like
I can't believe
my youngest, honey, she's so slick. She'd be like, Vicky, did you do this? I sure did, right when you told me to. Oh, okay then. Vicky, you emptied this one? Right when you told me to. Oh, okay. I'll go back there later today. Dish is still in the dishwasher. So why are you lying to me? Why? In my face, just like, I sure did. As soon as you told me to, Mom.
Krystal, you never did? You never pulled any scam on your parents to get like sneak out at night or sneak over to a friend's house? Nothing like that?
Yeah, okay. I lived in an apartment building. How was I, sneaking off?
No fire escape? There was no fire escape?
No, I had a fire escape, but the thing is that my parents were young. I was not, I would get my ass
already
beat.
up on it.
No, I could not even see. That never came across my head to
she was well
to leave. No, I was a good ass kid.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they threaten you once, that's it. Oh no, I'm good.
It just wasn't worth it to me to get in trouble. It's like, oh dang.
No, and my parents were pretty much cool, but like
mine was too.
Yeah,
my mother will my parents would beat my ass. Period. They would beat my ass.
Everybody else beat my ass more.
You know what I'm saying?
Like my aunt, you know how the village raised the kids. I was like that. Oh, when she did this, I whipped her ass too. Then I go home. Oh, I'm about to whip your ass for doing that because you got tipped. So you got 2 ass whipping. So 2 for 1 crime? No.
Yeah, you can't.
Doing that anymore.
Right.
No. Well, you know what? This is one thing I want to say because Brooklyn girls are slick like this, and Krystal being a born and raised Brooklyn, I know Krystal, you had to have done this. Number one, I know you wore your real outfit underneath the clothes you went out in, and then when you got in the elevator, you changed. Yes or no?
No.
Oh, come on! I don't believe.
No.
Maybe Krystal was really a good girl, Peter.
I really was. Like, the thing is, I went to Catholic school, right?
No, the Catholic schools are bad. They're the sneaky ones. That's not a good thing to say.
That's not a good excuse.
That's not a good thing to say.
No.
Oh, no,
Well, I
no.
went
Catholic
away.
school. Everybody knows the reputation of Catholic school girls. No.
But when I went to Catholic school, they were still able to discipline you when I was there. Now, after maybe when Krystal went, they weren't doing no discipline, but they was doing discipline when I went to Catholic school.
Yeah, I'm talking
Give
about
me your knuckles. And they
Catholic
take the
girls,
ruler
yeah.
and say, boom, boom, boom. And you be like, and you couldn't go home and tell your mom because your mom was like, okay, well, you must have did some shit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's true.
it's like if the teacher tell your mother you did
Yeah, I went
something.
to a Catholic school for the first 4
Really?
years of my Corpus Christi in Mineola. Before I went to Grace Lutheran, I went to that school.
Grace Lutheran was private school too, though, right?
I was in private school all the way until through 9th grade. Then from 10th, 11th, 12th, that's when I went to public school.
Yeah, public school was a vacation. It was great when I went there.
Man, look, I was so far ahead, I was good.
Wow. Well,
Thanks to private school.
Krystal, let me ask you this though. You mean to tell me you never ever went to a friend's house even to change to go out and hang out? Never?
First of all, if I'm walking out of the house with a big ass bag, my mother's gonna be like, "Where you going with that big ass bag?" And then she's gonna look at that big ass bag. Then on top of that, I wasn't allowed to.
No. I'm just.
No, there was no way.
Right.
No way. There was no way. Whatever I left out of the house.
Right.
Is what I left out of the house with.
Yeah,
it wasn't
there was nothing she could really do. I guess.
I'm shocked.
No.
I'm shocked because you know it's funny though because one of the every girl I ever dated in Brooklyn, the first thing they would do is they would hit a couple of buttons so the elevator would stop so they could change in the elevator and get. But that's
because their parents were probably strict. Like my mother, like if I wore a fitted shirt with jeans, like I wore fashionable things. Like it wasn't for me to change. You know, like nah. That means their parents were strict and had them dressing up with turtlenecks and stuff. Not me.
Homely.
Yeah, and my parents are young and hip.
In the elevator trying to change some clothes.
Nah,
making you look homely.
No, because you know why? In the neighborhood, someone knows my mother, someone knows my father, and if they see me with something crazy, they're gonna go report it to my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no way.
That village raising the kid.
Yeah, I could not get away with anything, nothing.
So it's best
you know. And when I became, you know, when I was in my 20s, that's when I had fun. So it is what it is.
When she let loose.
Exactly.
That's when
they couldn't say nothing then. You was grown, huh, boo?
Yeah, I was grown, living on my own. Yep.
You know what? I'm just saying that was like a staple to wear the outfit underneath, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Nah.
I know.
Yeah, it's the little hoe girls. Yeah. I wasn't one. That's what it was. I'm like, why would I change? I don't.
Peter was in the elevator with the hoe.
Yeah, it does seem like too much to be going through. Who wants to do all that? Changing and extra bags and all this stuff. The hell with that. I just wear what I got. That was the case.
It wasn't even like if you don't, you know.
It wasn't even that though. You just wore everything underneath and then you put it back on the way back. That's all.
Yeah, it's just too much work though.
Oh
I
my
don't see why anybody would do that either, but they did do that.
I had friends like that.
Yeah. You know how Brooklyn girls had to look cute wherever they were going, and they had to look, you know, they had the skirt above the knee and all that, and the little
skirt above the knee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I rolled my skirt up. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna change.
So you did something. You did do something.
Yeah. Okay. That's nothing though.
Well, you know what? I just want to let everybody know, believe it or not, it's that magic time already. Great time. It is the magic time. I know everybody must be hungry.
Cheers.
So
yes.
We'll do a final cheers. Cheers.
I finished, but cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
And I just want to let everybody know that our girl down in Texas, Dana, is doing much better. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, good.
And Dana, we salute you again. Hang in there in Texas. I know things are going to get better.
Yes. Cheers.
So hopefully everything will work out with that, and we'll see everybody next week. And we'll do the sign off starting with Cheetah-Re.
Hey everybody, be safe, wear your mask, and until next week.
All right, peace and love, guys.
And Cheetah, I'm just going to reiterate what you basically said. Everybody be safe, stay warm, wear your mask, and warm weather is coming at some point. Travesty?
We are.